Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and on today's episode, we are talking about Matilda, the movie, and the book. Um, Now the book was written by Roald Dahl. Um, Very good book and really good movie, by the way. I actually saw the movie before I read the book, and I saw the movie several times. Because it come out, I think in '96. Or something like that. I don't know exactly when it came out. But it came out in the 90s sometime, I think. So you got Zinnia and Harry Wormwood. And they're your typical parents, but they don't really care about their daughter. They're just like, oh well, they don't pay her much attention. But she's a genius because she starts reading at at a real young age. Um and the book was written in set in England. So some of the differences between the movie and the book, um it it uses pounds and pence in the book, pence in the book to talk about money, whereas in the movie there they use American dollars. Um Now, one thing in the book that that you see a lot more of in the movie, she uses her powers only twice in the book. She uses her powers a lot more in the movie. Another thing about the movie that's different than the book is one similarity is that Miss Honey, her teacher, had the trench bowl for Aunt, and that's the principal of Crunchum Elementary School. Oh yeah, and in the book it was called Crunchum Hall. And it was a primary school instead of an elementary school, cause like I said, the book was set in England, and then the movie was in America. But so now the cake scene where Bruce Bogtrotter eats the cake, that was pretty much the same. That was pretty much all the same. Um, One thing that is different from the book and the movie, there's this doll that Miss Honey had called Lazy Doll, and basically, they go in the house to try and get her doll, and they have to hide from the Trunch Bowl because they wait till she left, and then they went in, but she came back, so they had to wait until she left again. And Miss Honey told her, she's like, look, you gotta promise me you won't go back into the house, cause you know so then there's a scene in the movie and the book that are pretty much the same but a little bit different. In the movie, when they get the newt, it's outside, but in the book, when they get the newt, Lavender gets it from her house, or at the pond, in the bottom, like near the bottom of her house. So she goes to the pond and gets it, whereas in the movie it's just outside where they are, and she's like, it's a bug, but So then Matilda practices her powers at home. She in the book she uses a cigar to practice with. At home she moves. She makes cereal. She pours milk. Yeah. Excuse me. I don't know why I'm yawning and I guess I'm just tired. Which I don't understand why, cause I got plenty of sleep. Or well, I don't know. But so then later on it's nighttime and Matilda goes back into the Trunchbull's house and gets Lizzie doll and brings her to Miss Honey. And in the book, Matilda never got put in the chokey, but in the movie she did get put in the chokey. And then the rest of the movie is pretty much the same to the book, besides the Lizzie doll scene and all that stuff. Now the one thing that is different with the movie, they had cops watching the house. The house, because Harry did illegal car sales and stolen car parts and stuff like that. And at the end of the book, instead of, okay, so in the movie, they have her, she's at Miss Honey's house, and, she basically, they pull up and they're like, come on, let's go, we're moving to Guam. Well, in the book, they were going to move to Spain. Well, she tells him, I don't want to go. I don't, I love my place where I'm at now. And he that she tells her dad, and her mom, and she tells Miss Honey, and she's like, hey, you can adopt me. And she's like, I got the adoption papers. And she's like, the mom's like, where did you get those, So she got them from a library book, but in the book itself, she just asked them to just stay with Miss Honey, and they just let her. So yeah, that is pretty much the book and the movie. Which one do I think is better? I seen the movie first, so I'm probably gonna go with the movie. But the book is good too. I don't like either one of them particularly better. But as far as if I had to pick one, I think the movie is slightly better. So that's gonna do it for this episode. Hope you guys have enjoyed.